He didn't understand, he saw the
Come on,
pilot.
though.
The
The
pilot
pilot.
seemed like they were looking
What?
back at him. Why didn't they land? Why didn't they stop? Carl told himself that, maybe the terrain was too rough and
All right. Now you get all, you think you're done. Your life is over pretty much. And you out here eating rabbits, trying to contemplate this 75-mile hike. Then your rescue comes, makes eye contact with you,
sees you asking for help,
clearly sees
you celebrating that
Right.
you've been seen,
and
keeps
flies
going.
away.
Hopefully he radioed somebody and like, hey, there's a guy down here. But I feel it probably didn't happen.
I don't know.
Although I feel like he got rescued because we heard the tale. Like, how else would we know his story?
the
If he didn't
guy who
eventually get
flew over the top of him made up the first part of this story.
I think I saw a rabbit.
Yep. And he threw away bullets. I see
I
boxes of
see
bullets
see
because I
all
was
the
flying so
ammo
low.
in the water.
Yeah. What an idiot. But yeah, why would they just fly over him and not pick him? Okay. Oops. All right. Tell us, Mr. Ballen.
was too rough and there was no way for the pilot to land. That was possible. And so perhaps this pilot was flying back and getting another plane, maybe a float plane, to land on the water. Carl didn't know, but he felt like that could be a possibility, and it sort of made him feel a little bit better. But he still couldn't relax enough to sleep.
I feel like as a pilot,
So,
I would've
knowing
looked
he
at
was just
that.
going to lay there all night,
Right.
he sat
Fucking
up, turned on his flashlight, and began looking for something to read,
Coming
just to
back.
occupy his mind. Now, at this point, Carl has been out in the wilderness all alone for months and months, and he's been stranded for weeks. He has read all of his books and all of his magazines like 1,000,000 times. He's even read his diary 12 times. I mean, he's read everything. And so as he was looking around his tent, he was looking for literally anything else to read. And suddenly, he found something. His hunting license. It was like the one thing he had not closely read. Not an exciting thing to read, but new. It was just a little paper certificate with some rules and regulations and safety tips about hunting. And so Carl just began reading the front, and he read it all the way down, and then he flipped it over and he continued reading, but then he saw something that made his heart practically stop. At first he thought maybe he misunderstood, but no, he read it over and over again, and it was very clear. And so Carl looked up in shock. He suddenly understood why that pilot had left him.